Meenakshi, what Meenakshi says in one sentence is wonderful story writer. That's enough. Wonderful story writer. She said about Kuhu. And she also said that in 60 years of her age, she has burned the brain cells. And she read a poem from the book itself. What about me? 90 years old child. See? And all my brain cells are burned. Well, I have read the story of Sonia Dogra. My shortcoming is that I know her growing up. I know her when she was this much, and now I know her when she is this much. Probably I had read one story of Sonia, Chitrahar ke intezar mein, before reading this book, Kuhu. Though she has written for many magazines and journals yet, her son should know it, that though she has written for many magazines and journals yet, unfortunately I could place my hand in only one. I confess in the very beginning that Kuhu, the protagonist of the story, was for me blue-eyed because her surname happened to match that of mine. She's Kuhu Joshi and I'm Srinivas Joshi. The book is dedicated to all which I will discuss further. Keronesa says the book is for readers of all ages. The cover of the book shows a child wearing colorful clothes. Who said it? Prita, you said it? Somebody said it.
Yes, this over the book cover.
About book
cover.
cover.
Color on the art?
Yes, about the you said that she resembles the author. The cover of the book shows a child wearing colorful clothes. I appreciate the work done by Basma Ahmed, who has drawn the cover. I will give average marks to Anisha Koti Bhaskar for her illustration in the book, although she has been called maker at heart. Don't ask me why I am giving average marks to Koti Bhaskar. One plus point is that there are no spelling mistakes in the entire book, whereas I find many in the book written by a few other Himachali writers. I do not know whether it is because the printer of the book is Thomson, one of the leading printers of India, or the proofreading by the author herself was really good. The cost of this 102-page book is 399 rupees. Am I right?
Yes.
399 rupees, less than one. If you add one, it becomes 400. 399. She's following the Bata. The font is appropriate so that I could read it in one go. I found the book interesting, but I find that these are reminiscences of Sonia in the body of Kuhu. Reminiscences of one's childhood, and I read it as if the author herself is Kuhu. Loreto Convent, Tara Hall, belongs to the worldwide family of the Institute of the Blessed Virgin Mary, and so it has been named St. Mary's International. Himalpur is Shimla, though there is less snow nowadays than shown in the book. Wood Bazaar is a Lakkad Bazaar. Seven Hills is Chapsley School, which used to be Chapsley Garden
Sir
earlier.
decided you would.
Seven Hills, the hills on which Shimla is situated, and Lady Cooper Hospital is Kamala Nehru Hospital. By the way, I know the author of the book when she was a doll-like child and had presented a bouquet from Shimla town to Sopan Sundari. Sopan Sundari is a dancer and exponent of Kuchipudi and Bharatnatyam, a choreographer and a vocalist. But it does not mean that I will spare Sonia Dogra where she needs brickbats, though in the book she has bouquets and no brickbats. The opening lines of the novel, or reminiscences, is "Catch me if you can," Kuhu's long shadow whispered to her. The protagonist's short height is a discussion in the book, and so the talk of long shadow. Interest in the book develops from the very beginning. It is as good as the opening lines of A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. How many of you have read Tales of Two Cities? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness. And so on. In Anna Karenina, says Leo Tolstoy, happy families are all alike. Even unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. What wonderful openings. I can name hundreds, and Sonia Dogra places herself among those hundreds. Sometimes a reader reads a novel because of the beginning. So always pay attention to the beginning, dear young novelists. Always pay attention to the beginning, dear young novelist. What is there for the elders? The author says Ma had only laughed in response, the way elders do when they don't want to answer. When Kuhu wanted Ma to go with her to school, it was decided that Papa would go, and Papa trotted behind Sister Rosa like an obedient duck. Humor in the book, but he did accompany Kuhu. The author says that things only ever work the way grown-ups want them to. How true, as if the child is non-existent. This reminded me the days when my children were growing up and I wanted them to grow as I wanted them to grow. Shelley is here. First, I had selected a few chapters and read those like Atmaram and Sons and What's in an Accent. Why? Because Atmaram and Sons is a publisher and has a big shop of books at Kashmiri Gate in Delhi. About accent, Britishers never liked the way Indians speak English and named it Chichi accent in the book. In the book, however, Atmaram and Sons is a tailor, and accent does matter, but Pahadi accent. So many reviewers have spoken about Pahadi accent. Pahadi accent. Kuhu was not selected for the role she wanted to have because of her accent.